Hey guys, welcome back to the Sniper and Chronicles. We're coming back at you with another Ratchet video. Today something from Amazon. Never heard of this company. I was just looking at Amazon and I was looking at some of the cheaper ratchets on Amazon. What they have as far as like a 72 teeth ratchet that's really inexpensive. And I ran across this brand. And I never heard of them before, is Anpuds. And the name is really wonky, Anpuds. Who names these ratchets or tools? I have no idea. But it's a 1/4-inch mini ratchet style. And here is some info. Stubby ratchet, 1/4-inch, made in China. If you were doubtful as to where these are made, you know they're usually made in China. Not Taiwan, this one says China. Here's some info. There's a switch. There's 72 teeth and 5% angle. I think they mean swing there, degrees of swing. 5%. Extra slim and CRV chrome vanadium. So it comes in a little box, which you don't see that much when you get ratchets nowadays. And this is what's inside the box. Oh, and before we get anywhere, if you can do me a big favor and hit the like button and the subscribe button. If you find any of this at all somewhat interesting, do me a favor and smash those buttons. Okay, this is what's inside the box. A black mini ratchet or stubby ratchet. Oh, the price on this is $6.98. So $6.98 for this ratchet right now. 1/4-inch on Amazon. So besides the paint, there's not much on the outside. There's some knurling, I guess you can call it, or some lines that have been cut into it. Not much knurling, but something to give you a little bit of a grip. It's kind of this is kind of smooth. It's a little bit slippery, to be honest. This paint is kind of shiny paint on it. Let's open it up and see what we see. It has Torx 8 or T8 screws on it. And let me see, there is a little bit of blue Loctite on these, so they are Loctite screws. Some Loctite was added to it. That one also. And that one. It seems like they might be interchangeable, but these look a little bit longer than the pawl screw. So just to point that out. And this is the plate, and this is exactly how it comes. You can see it is well lubed. It looks like a grease, not a thin oil, but looks like some sort of a grease. Put this napkin down, and this is the thickness of the plate. So pretty thick plate, I would say. And here is the gear. And the gear is kind of thin. The teeth, you see the width of the gear, it's pretty thin, but not too much to complain about. And a stubby, this is, did I mention it's barely 4 inches? It's not even 4 inches, just below 4 inches. For something that small, a roll this thin might be okay. So there's that. But the thing is, when it's that thin, I would expect the head to be a little bit thinner, This head looks pretty thick, not that thick, but it looks pretty thick in comparison to the row of teeth, the thickness of the teeth there. So there's that. But and here's a look inside, and it has double paws that swing to each side, and the paws have a spring underneath. And should I even mess with this? Yeah, I guess I have to, right? Let's take out one of the paws. I'm not taking out both, just one. And you can see there's the spring. It's kind of a tiny cone spring there. And this is what the paw looks like. They're pretty tiny. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like 4 teeth on them. And they have lettering. One says left, the other one says R. And on the back, there's RM for some reason. And it has a little protrusion at the bottom here that goes into a small hole. Is the hole all the way through? No. It's not all the way through, but they do make a little indent in there to where the paw sits. And you can see all the grease in there. You can see it has the consistency of like a super lube or something. It's like that that clear grease. And the switch you will be able to pull it out now, and it would come out now that you took the screw out, but I'm gonna leave it in there because it's kind of holding that paw side in place. And I'm gonna just drop this paw back where it should be, right there. And see if we can get the spring in there. The spring looks pretty small. This will probably be the hardest part. There you see the spring is back into position. It decided to really fight me for some reason to get in there, but finally it's in there. Now you grab your gear and you put that in position, and this is what it looks like when it's ratcheting, in case you were curious. Now you take your plate, put that on top, take your paw screw, put that one in position. Remember, the paw screw is the smaller of the 3 screws. You want to tighten it down, but not super tight, because you have to switch it, and if you really tighten it down, you won't be able to switch really easy. It'll be hard to switch. Now you get your plate screws, put those on, not super tight. See, these screws are pretty tiny, and they look pretty easy to strip out, so I wouldn't go too hard on them. Now you see, you switch it, see if you did a good job, and there you go. So there's the little Anpuds 1/4" ratchet, the stubby one from Amazon for $7. Not too bad for $7. It looks like it could be useful in some situations where you need something this small, you know. It's not a pro Ratchet by any means, but still something seems kind of useful. Alright guys, until next time.